Greetings and salutations, movie fans. Gilly here of the Attic Review, ready to talk about probably the most anticipated movie of the summer, The Lion King, brought to you by Disney, of course. Now, unless you've been in a coma, or a Tibetan monk, or you're an infant, in which case the last two, I'm not quite sure how you're watching this review. But, anyways, you're pretty familiar with The Lion King. Now, if you don't know, quick recap the movie centers around Simba, a young cub. He is the son of Mufasa. Mufasa is the proud king of the Pride Lands. He rules it in such a manner that everything is harmonious and peaceful, everything is well. Everything goes according properly to the circle of life. Yes, I had to say it, I can't help it. So all of that comes to an end when his brother Scar devises a plan to kind of takes what he feels is his. It results in the death of Mufasa and the exile of Simba. Simba essentially physically and emotionally left for dead out in the desert till he comes across two unexpected allies in Timon and Pumbaa. And they teach him that wonderful life motto, which I'm pretty sure all of us try to adopt into our lives, Hakuna Matata, no more worries, which is kind of a good thing for Simba since he's dealing with the loss of his father and kind of taking on that blame that everything is his fault, which sucks because I think a lot of us can relate to that. But I digress. Simba's living his best life until he finds out from an old childhood friend that his beloved home of the Pride Lands is just been in shambles and ran into the ground since Scar took over and allowed the hyenas to mess up that perfect way of living that Mufasa had installed. Now, Simba is re-energized and ready to take back what's rightfully his. And yay, go Lion King! Simba takes over. Happy ending for all of us, not in that sense. So Disney decided to do a live action version of this, and after the success of Beauty and the Beast and Aladdin, hey, why not Lion King? Which, man, that's a tall task because taking an animated film as it is and putting it into a live action setting is already pretty tough. But the fact that this is an all animal cast that was in the cartoon and now we're doing it live action, whew, they certainly have their work cut out for them. Now, before you guys pick up your pitchforks and light your torches, put them down. The movie is good. The movie is very, very good. But I can't say with a whole heart that it's great. I can't say that. Because a lot of this is our anticipation that it's just going to be that they reinvented the wheel. Something brand new and we're going to just fall in love all over again. And I'm sorry, guys, but it's not the case. It's a great movie. Please, I can't reiterate this enough. It's a wonderful film. It's great, especially for the newer generations coming up that didn't see the original animated version like we did in theaters. Which, I mean, I know when I was a kid and I saw it, oh man, I was laughing, I was sad, I was scared, but I fell in love with it. Great movie. I was singing along. I mean, to this day, who doesn't go around singing Hakuna Matata? I mean, it's a great film. Both are wonderful, but the live action just felt like it lacked that essence that the original had, and I think that's becoming kind of a flaw with Disney doing these live action remakes. Because next, what do we have? Mulan, and that's also going to be kind of tough considering the grand picture of the whole thing. But okay, enough of getting off subject about Lion King. Lion King is great, but it just felt like the original actors in the animated version brought more life, had not something to prove, but they had like more fun in delivering their lines. This one had an all-star cast as well. I mean, heck, you had Beyonce and my man crush. I love Donald Glover. Everything that guy does, I think, is amazing. I mean, I think he hung the moon. The guy's amazing. But in this movie, I just felt like he was kind of dry, and some of the other characters as well, with the exception of Seth Rogen. Man, he was amazing as Pumbaa, and I didn't expect this either. I'm not a big fan of Andre or Eric Andre. Yeah, Eric Andre is the name. But him and Keegan Michael Key were amazing as the hyenas. They were funny. So there are some highlights in the movie. Another point I want to talk about, and I realized while watching it, and I should have anticipated it before the movie was released, is that it being in a live action setting, the story is actually going to be really shown for what it is, which is a very dark, heavily driven by Shakespearean works, and it's darker than I remembered it being, because we are dealing with the elements of murder, of betrayal, and it's shown a little bit more in the light this time because of the live action. With the animated movies, you see all these vibrant colors and you get lost in it, you can still smile and just shuck it off and say it's just a cartoon. But with this, you see the elephant boneyards, you see how menacing and terrifying the hyenas were. So I, of all things, appreciated that aspect, that while we're seeing a dark tale, even though there's amazing light at the end to be shown down upon us, but still it was cool to see that they acknowledged how it could have another side to the movie. So all in all, the movie is great. I'm gonna say out of 10. I'm not mean. Please don't hate me or try to kick me or bite me if you see me. I would say a 7 out of 10. I mean, I would say the original was probably easily a 9. But this one, I'm not gonna say fell short, but it didn't blow me away. I'm not head over heels in love with it, but it's a great movie. I still liked it, so I will say a solid 7. All right, guys, don't hate me too much. Thank you for watching. Please hit like and subscribe, and stay tuned for next week for a couple more of my thoughts on the upcoming movies for the rest of the summer. Thanks a lot, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.